I used to write a whole lot when I was younger, and I've saved basically everything from that period, but I think the last time I wrote a story before Camp Nano this year was just for school papers, and then maybe 2008, 2009, I don't know. It's been a long time, so I figured it'd be fun to go through these. I really don't know how old these stories are, but I thought it'd be fun to go over it, just to see how much things have changed. So on this side, we have some character sheets and stuff like that. Basically, I just took these from online. I have no idea whose sheet this actually was made by or anything like this. When I was younger, I used to write a lot of stories about like people in college, and now I'm in college myself, so it's kind of weird because of course I wouldn't know what college was like back then. So on this page you got the name, the age, the gender, race, height, weight, eyes, skin, hair, style. It just goes into way too much, like financial situation, $200 at hand. I didn't really know what I was doing, and you can kind of tell because I didn't even finish filling out this page. And as you can see, I was a weeb, so I used to take like words, so had a name for a character, like I'd have a human name, like a US name, but then like here it has a name from like another country, and it basically means something stupid. So here's some more character sheet stuff I never finished, and then this is the blank template of that. Then another blank template, the plot sheets, and I wrote down a huge list of ideas, and you can tell it's old because my handwriting doesn't even look like this anymore. My handwriting is very neat and cursive now, so you can see how much of a change that is. It's just for my biology notes. But a lot of things that interested me back in the day was like Percy Jackson. I watched a lot of anime, so you'd have inspiration from Bleach, things like that. I was really into Bleach. So I was really into that. Normal life, then not so normal life because a new character arrived, things like that. So that's pretty much everything in this page. Hades wants Mount Olympus for himself, so during the summer solstice meeting, he goes and declares that the drawing of powers and that the rules were unfair. I mean, it's just stuff like that. Like I said, I was really into Percy Jackson, so that's probably where that came from. And then my actual writing for stories. I still used third person back then, but at the same time, you didn't really get a feeling for like the characters and their development. So you have a page writing here for this Oil Wing story. Here's another one. And then I wrote these 2 pages and decided I didn't like it. So I wrote it again. And again. And again, I think. Yeah, this is another beginning. There's second page. Draft 2. I'm pretty sure that's like the 4th one though. And then here's another story entirely. So you've got draft 1, See, like, it wasn't even that long. That was just 2 pieces of paper, front and back. That's how long the chapter was. And I drew some of these characters eventually. And there's chapter 2 for a little while. And then that's draft 2 of another story. See, I don't even know. Of course, these are water damaged because that's how old they are. And then, or the first draft, I think. Yeah, that's chapter 2. And this is another story entirely. So you got these pages and some of my old art. Lovely. And then here's another story. And I started another story. Version 1 of a story. Version 2 of a story. So, I think at one point... So, the first story that I have in here is called Oil Wings. I'm just gonna separate those. That's 7 different stories. And some of them aren't even completed. Well, all of them aren't completed, but some of them are just 1 page long. And then drafting over and over again because I didn't know what I was doing. This one doesn't even have a title. It's basically about a girl who ran away from death. So that's real edgy. See, this one, it makes me think of Attack on Titan, but I know Attack on Titan hasn't existed yet, so I don't even know what kind of creature I had in mind. So, but basically it's about a girl and her mom. Yeah, I don't know, I guess it killed her mom. Then the next story, I actually drew art for this one, but I don't know where it's at. But it's basically a story where they're in hell, but they don't know they're in hell. And they're trying to find their way out of hell. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's about hell and them getting out of hell. But also, it had a hospital in it where these people were infected with diseases. So, like, one of the girls has tuberculosis. I probably pronounced that wrong. But she knows they're in hell, but they don't. And it's basically, like, in chapter 2. So, I don't know. And there's zombies, so it's just all over the place. And there's only 1 draft of it. Let's see, the next one, Yoinaku. This one is actually in first person, but I think I was trying to do a murder mystery for this one, and basically his dad is an officer of the police, and for some reason they run into, this is the main character, and for some reason he takes his son to, like, a crime scene, and it makes no sense. This one's called Hell's Amendment. It's, and I think it's just a story about hell, again. And I think it's about a girl who's with Satan. And then there's this story. I'm gonna fix the drafts real quick. This story is called Tenma Samurai. And it's basically about a guy who finds out his dad was killed by his uncle. Kind of like Lion King, where it's like Scar kills Mufasa just so he could rule. It's like that, except with hell. And he has like guardians, and he just finds out one day like, he lost his memory. And then he gets his memory back because he meets like 2 demons that watch over him. And that's basically everything. And then Oil Wings. This is a story about like angels that fell from heaven. But really, the angels that fell from heaven are good guys, and the angels actually from heaven are bad guys, which is weird. But that's basically everything it's about, and it's still that whole. There's a normal character, and then there's a character that lives in this odd world, and brings somebody from their world to hit their. I don't know. It's basically kind of like that. Yeah. That's basically everything that's in here. I might rewrite these one day. I don't know. All of them are about hell, so I don't think I want to. But I might rewrite these or write these down in case I ever want to read them online. That way, if they get any more damaged, it doesn't matter. But I hope you enjoyed me rambling about my old stories.